By 1972, the Pittsburgh Steelers had played 39 years without a championship. Losing had nearly melted the morale of the Steel City. And no one had endured more than East Liberty pizza man Al Vento.
At the Pitt Stadium, we were going down to all the games down to Pitt Stadium.
Vento and his Baker pal, Tony Stagno, took aim at the empty spirit.
We look around the stadium, no banners, no enthusiasm. So in talking, somebody said it'll take an army to move this crowd. So I said, okay, well then we'll be the Italian army.
The Generals hoped for a powder keg of winning football and raucous fans. Little did they know that a spark to both was on the way. Franco Harris was half Italian, half African-American, and every part the runner to inspire a bread man in charge of an uprising.
We contacted the guard down the stadium, that knew the ball players. We asked him, he said, would Franco mind if we would be Franco's Italian army? So he asked Franco, and he says he wouldn't mind it at all. And then from then on in, the rest is just history.
Franco Harris for a Steeler touchdown.
Okay, we'll call a meeting to order. We finished our dinner, we all had a nice meal, now we got to get ready for tomorrow.
Never bashful, the Army quickly carved out a niche in the home crowd.
We got 80 strong with uniforms marching in. My father's leading cadence with Tony Stagno, the two generals with their helmets, and they're going, go, go, Franco.
Let's go, Franco! Let's go, Franco! 50,000 people standing and applauding. Listen to the ovation for Franco Harris. Hand off to Franco. He drives through. He should be the 102.
The Steelers marched into playoff contention, while back in Pittsburgh, his troops occupied with perimeter patrols.
Terry. Good luck today, baby.
Hey, Franco.
Watch yourself.
See you later.
An alliance of black, Irish, and Israeli support. They even ran a mess hall where 2 seats were purchased just to...
Cool was when we stuffed the wine in the bread.
And that was my job, to hollow out the bread so we could put the bottles of wine in the bread, put them in the bag, and off they went to the game.
We drink it all the time. You want some? And then we had stem glasses and everybody's toasting.
All these guys on to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl!
Beating San Diego in the season finale would secure Pittsburgh's first ever playoff berth, and the trip out west prompted special plans.
Chuck Noll had decided to take his team out to Palm Springs for the week to get acclimated to warmer weather. And I had been made a 1-star general in Franco's army. And before the team departed, they said, we want you to find Frank Sinatra and induct him into the Italian army as a 1-star general.
So we got a helmet, put Sinatra's name on the back, went out. Quiet, and you heard, who said I ain't gonna show?
He says, when Sinatra says he'll show, he shows. I said, hold everything, boys. We got to have Franco in this. Like a damn fool, I ran out into the middle of the field. And I stopped. I thought, Noel, kill me. I yelled, hey, Franco, the man's here. And Noel, he surprised me. He says, Franco, get over there.
He walked up and down the aisle with Tony and I up and down the field, and Tony, well, he was in heaven.
We had a little piece of bread, a piece of cheese, a glass of wine, and we embraced, kissed each other on the cheeks, called each other, kumbaya, and that was it. Frank was in the army.
Then Al and Tony had to get a flight back to Pittsburgh because Tony was well into his Christmas cookie season, baking. He said, can we stop at your room and freshen up, and I'll call my wife? I said, sure. So they come by the hotel room, and Tony Stagno.
Against the Chargers, the Steelers completed their own mission. With West Coast reinforcements that included Franco's Italian Navy, Harris led his team to the division title and kept the Army plotting for the home playoff game against the Raiders.
Oakland came to town, they were talking about kidnapping John Madden, and I said, wow, that's pretty extreme. If we get him and he isn't at the practices, I think a lot of people are going to be in trouble. I think we better try something else.
Madden arrived unharmed, but for what would become Franco's most famous battle. Stagno brought a secret weapon from the old world.
One of the most interesting aspects of the Italian culture that became prevalent in the army was this custom known as the malocchio. Mal meaning evil and occhio meaning eye.
That's the evil eye, that puts it on, okay? This is the one that takes it off.
Tony Stagno and Al Vento came up with a creative way of turning this age-old custom around. They would essentially place the malocchio curse on opposing teams to assist the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now inside this red pepper is this little wee man like carved out of ivory. So whenever last show, there was only a few seconds left, so we took the little guy out, and he fell, he fell on the ground, and we couldn't find him. So Al Vento reached over, and he picked up this little ivory figure and he handed me. And like the second that he handed it to me, the ball bounces off the Tatum. And there's Franco right in front of us, and he's running like hell for the goal line. So whether you want to believe in these type of things or not, I really believe that there's something to it.
From out of nowhere came Franco Harris, riding a white stallion down the field, heading up Franco's Italian army, charging under the football, and galloping off into the sunset.
For Tony Stagno, it was the start of a brilliant campaign that ended with his death in 1999. But not before the general watched the Steelers win 4 Super Bowls. Spurred by his faithful troops, Harris helped remake Pittsburgh into a new title town. He became a city icon, much like Al and Al Jr., who still make pizzas in the same neighborhood, where old soldiers gather to feast on the memories.
Hey, Franco, how you doing,
That's what's left of the army, all right.
That's it. We must sit down. How you doing, buddy boy?
Nice to see you.
Oh, it's nice to see you. God bless you. God bless you.
What's up, Franco? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
When I look at that picture that we took, and you see the clothes that we wore and everybody there.
That is something, the way we all look.
The feeling in that room.
Nothing but love. Love.
Just, I mean, you're right there. There's nothing but love all over the place. It's hard to believe that was 30 years ago.
30 long years, right.
A lot of fun, Al.
They were good times.
Good times, yep.
Time has thinned their ranks, but strengthened their bond. So in Pittsburgh,